Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2024 Greater Maryland Heart Walk Coach Kickoff Rally. My name is Elizabeth Lewis, and I am the Senior Development Director of the Heart Walk. Thank you all for joining us for our Coaches Kickoff. We will be recording today's session, so you all can go back and reference it after today's call. You have stepped up to the plate and volunteered as a coach. You play an integral role in our efforts to raise critical funds. You are walking to save lives. Thank you all for being here today. We'd also like to thank the Baltimore Ravens for supporting today's Coach Kickoff. Today, we will be discussing how you can make your mark. All of us are walking for different reasons. Some of you may be walking because you're honoring our frontline heroes. Some of you may be walking to reduce stress. Some of you are likely walking in honor or in memory of someone. Whatever your reason for why, we are glad that you are here. We hope that after today, you will feel inspired to channel that why into leading your team to victory. And speaking of victory, AHA has been victorious in being a relentless force for a world of longer, healthier lives for 100 years now. This is a special year for AHA. It is our 100th birthday. We celebrated our official birth date on June 10th, but we will be celebrating this monumental milestone all year round because we are a fun crew. In our first 100 years, AHA has accomplished so much, but we're not done yet. Thank you for joining us as we march into our second century with bold hearts. I do want to take a moment to announce our winner of our first incentive. As a reminder, those of you who made a $100 personal gift by June 10th in honor of AHA's birthday were entered to win 50,000 Hilton Honors points. Our winner for this incentive is, wait for it, Tim Blanchfield. Congrats, Tim. Thank you all for joining us again today as we march into our second century with bold hearts. Okay, so here's our agenda today. We want to have some fun. We want to bring the energy, and we want you to have a lot of takeaways. As I mentioned earlier, each of us has a why as to why we are walking. We want to make this interactive. So put into chat now, what is your why? For me, my why is my brother-in-law, Eddie, who suffered a massive stroke at just 38 years old. But thanks to the research that AHA has done throughout the years, Eddie is in recovery mode and on his way to living a healthy life. Okay, let's see any of these responses. Oh, grandmothers, yes. I have I have one of my grandmothers who passed away from a stroke as well. Thank you for sharing. Bringing more attention to everyone. Thank you. Oh, we have a survivor on the call. Thanks, Christina, for sharing. Well, today we have two very special guests joining us to share their why. Please welcome Kim and Carter Bley.
Hi, everybody. So I'm Kim, and of course, this is Carter. We're just going to share a little bit of our why and why we love supporting the American Heart Association. Carter was born back in 2014 with multiple heart defects. We learned at just 16 weeks pregnant there was something wrong with his heart. So what we learned was that his heart he had transposition of the great arteries, where the two main arteries were attached to the wrong side. He has coarctation of the aorta, where the aorta that goes down to the rest of his body was so narrow that very little blood flow went through. He had a hole in his upper chambers. He had a hole in his lower chambers. And the one that he likes most is the fact that he has dextrocardia, where his heart is on the wrong side. So he loves that because when he does the Pledge of Allegiance, of course, he says the Pledge of Allegiance a little differently than everybody else. He did have to undergo surgery soon after being born. So at just 10 days or at 3 days old, he had his first surgery for coarctation of the aorta because his surgeon felt with his dextrocardia and all the defects he had, it was best to do his surgery in stages. So he had his coarctation, which was a thoracotomy where they went through the side of him. And then at 10 days old, he had his main open heart surgery. Can you show everybody your scar? So he had his transposition of the great arteries repaired, his ASD closed, his VSD closed, as well as a valvuloplasty for his tricuspid valve. So he did end up coding that night after his major open heart surgery, where he was left open for 3 days. But what we find so phenomenal is just 11 days after his open heart surgery, he came home at 21 days. We were expected to stay in the hospital for 4 to 6 weeks, and to know that it was only a 3-week hospital stay was amazing. Now, through all of this, we didn't have a lot of support. We had no idea what congenital heart disease, I knew a little bit of the American Heart Association, but I didn't know all the things that could happen. So as we went through, Carter has had to have some other procedures where he's had 2 angioplasties, where they went in because they found so much scar tissue from his coarctation surgery. The first one was great. They went in, ballooned, everything went well, but then again, it started coming back. So at a year old, he had a second one, but this time there was something not right. They noticed that there was a bubble, which they thought was an aneurysm. So they felt the best thing to do was to have surgery number 3. So at just 15 months old, he went in for surgery number 3 to repair his aorta, and come to find out, luckily it was not an aneurysm. It was just all the scar tissue that had built up. So his aorta at that point had closed off so much that very little blood was getting to his lower body. So we were just very thankful. At about 2 years old, we met Kelly Blumenthal, whose son Finn is huge with the American Heart Association, who got us connected with the American Heart Association, where we've been able to fundraise and join the Heart Walk. We have been a part of the Heart Walk now for 7 years, where we just love to see Carter ring that survivor bell, because if he had been born 10 years prior, our story would not be the same as it is today. So we just want to say thank you to all of those. I am a coach myself and have gotten many people involved as well, from other heart families to non-heart families, to just support the American Heart Association. So I just want to say thank you to you all for being on this call.
Thank you, Kim and Carter, for joining us and sharing your experience. They are a true inspiration and highlight the importance of our mission. So, Heart Walk has always been about coming together, and we're going to talk today about how you can make your mark. Heart Walk has been about getting hearts pumping, honoring survivors, raising life-saving funds, while also having fun along the way. This year's Heart Walk will be the biggest ever as we bring the experience to you. Nothing unites us like doing good together. This year is all about creating a nation of lifesavers. We have a big problem to solve in our community. 9 out of 10 people who suffer cardiac arrest outside of the hospital will die, in part because bystander CPR is performed less than half of the time. This is happening in workplaces, at home, and on athletic fields in our community. We have an incredible opportunity through the Heart Walk to ensure that in the face of an emergency, anyone, anywhere is prepared to perform CPR and is ready to be a hero in waiting. You can help us ensure one person in every household feels empowered and ready to perform CPR here in Baltimore and Greater Maryland. Through participation in the Heart Walk, you will be part of educating our community on the life-saving skill of hands-only CPR. Through fundraising, you will be funding this education as well as much more. Type 1 into chat if you're excited to learn about how we can go from a nation of bystanders to a nation of lifesavers. Let's see those ones flood in. Bold vision and big investments made this past year through your generous support has helped fund incredible advances, such as awarding $177.6 million in research grants. We've launched life-saving initiatives, including Nation of Lifesavers and the National Food as Medicine Initiative. We've secured more than 100 policy wins, including legislation requiring CPR training in schools, ensuring access to AEDs in youth sports, reducing nicotine in cigarettes, removing flavored vapes from the market, expanding Medicaid, and more. We are driving equitable health for all and advocating for policy change, but we are not done yet. Now, more than ever, your support is needed. We have some big goals for the Heart Walk here in Baltimore and Greater Maryland. We are aiming to raise $1.8 million to fund our mission throughout Baltimore and Greater Maryland. Every dollar raised saves a life. I'm going to say that again. Every dollar raised saves a life. By registering for the Heart Walk, you are taking the first step to save a life, and we thank you for that. Now, to get us motivated, this is a really fun part of our program. As coaches, let's hear a dose of coach inspiration by our special guest, Coach John Harbaugh from the Baltimore Ravens.
Hello, Heart Walk coaches. This is Coach John Harbaugh from the Baltimore Ravens, and I want to thank you personally for volunteering to be a coach for the 2024 Greater Maryland Heart Walk. Welcome to the team. The Heart Walk brings together families, coworkers, and friends to have fun while helping millions of others at the same time. Each of you probably has a different reason and a different why for stepping up to be a coach. We all do. But we all have one ultimate goal, one shared purpose, to save lives. And the American Heart Association has long and storied history of doing just that, celebrating its 100th year of advancing health and hope for everyone everywhere, but they're not done yet. And we need all of you together to be a relentless force for a world of longer, healthier lives. Your team is looking to you for inspiration. So here's the game plan. Recruit, number one. Start drafting your dream team of at least 10 walkers. Number two, inspire. Get your team pumped up this summer for the big day on October 26th. And number three, raise awareness. Raise awareness and critical funds to support the mission and the work of AHA. Finally, most importantly, make it fun. And remember, when it comes to the fight against cardiovascular disease and stroke, we are all on the same team. We'll see you at the Greater Maryland Heart Walk, October 26th at the Maryland State Fairgrounds. See you then.
Coach Harbaugh, awesome. Thanks, Coach Harbaugh, for being a champion for the American Heart Association's mission. Now, we'd love to hear what were your number one takeaways from Coach Harbaugh by entering into chat. My favorite thing that he said was recruit. Recruiting is key to make sure that you have successful Heart Walk efforts by spreading our mission and raising those critical funds. What else inspired you, or what are you looking forward to most? Oh, fun. Thanks, Wardell. We are going to have a lot of fun and from now until October 26th. I'll let you all take some time to put in those answers into chat, but want to now bring up my colleague, Allie, who can go over what's the 411 of being a Heart Walk coach.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for passing it over to me. I am so excited to have you join us this year. I know I've worked with so many of you previously, and so excited to have you join us this year for the Heart Walk and on this call. So I didn't truly introduce myself, but I am Allie Kaiser, Director of Development for Greater Maryland, and I've been with the American Heart Association for about 2.5 years. Before we hop into the 411 of being a Heart Walk coach, I want to announce another one of our incentives, our Family Fun Package. This includes 4 passes to the Babe Ruth Birthplace and Museum, 2 passes to the Fire Museum of Maryland, 4 day passes plus 1 family membership to the B&O Railroad Museum. Drum roll for the winner, please. Bernadette Campbell. Thank you, Bernadette, so much for joining the call and being a part of the American Heart Association's mission. All right, now that we're really having fun, I'd like to review 4 things you can do today to get your Heart Walk effort started. Are we ready? All right, 1, let's make a personal donation. This will get the movement going for your team and lead your teammates by example. I know a lot of you have been with us for a while and have done a lot of recruitment and know that by making that personal donation, it really kickstarts your fundraising. Second, let's recruit those walkers for Lifesaver Day. We want to secure at least 10 walkers to join. Let's get started now and identify those first 3 people that you can reach out to today. This can be friends, family, coworkers, anyone that you think that would like to support the American Heart Association. Next, we want you to download that Heart Walk app. Again, I know a lot of you already have it downloaded. This is just a great refresher to have, but if you haven't already, please make sure to search in the App Store and get yourself logged in. You have access to fundraising tools, messages, and resources. One last thing, people who download the app raise 3 times more than the average person. 4, lastly, get rewarded. Don't forget, as a coach, you will earn exclusive rewards as your team hits $1,000, $2,500, and $5,000. I've seen so many of you with those really fantastic jackets at that $5,000 mark. So, all right, now we're going to watch a quick video on how you can become a lifesaver and educate your network on life-saving skills of hands-only CPR. All right, now that we've taken a look at our CPR digital video, let's talk more about Lifesaver Day. So Lifesaver Day will take place on Monday, August 26th. We want to use this day to build a community of lifesavers. In the video you just watched and previous slides, you saw that the American Heart Association would like to have 1 person in every household learn hands-only CPR. We know that if someone goes into cardiac arrest, 9 out of 10 times, they do not survive if CPR is not performed. We've talked about this a few times because we want to change this. Let's get those lifesavers. We want to invite everyone to launch their CPR digital experience from their Heart Walk headquarters. You just saw that. This way, you can get individuals to learn hands-only CPR in 90 seconds and share it with families and friends and get those walkers recruited and raising funds by Monday, August 26th. Don't forget the date, Monday, August 26th. We want to get those lifesavers joined with the American Heart Association. Now, we've made it simple for you to lead the charge in creating a nation of lifesavers. So here are a couple simple messages to help you recruit team members. We have calls, text, emails. Take a look at those, but we've tried to make it as simple and easy as possible to really move the message forward for that lifesaver message and to join us on Monday, August 26th. All right. If there's, please Now my colleague Jess, sorry, I got a little distracted by my excitement for all of the messages and for Lifesaver Day. So I'm going to pass this over to my colleague Jess. She's going to show you around that HeartWalk app so you can be as successful as possible in your efforts, which I know you all will. So thank you, everyone, and have a good one.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be on the call with you today. I'm Jessika Williams, and I am a development director for Part. I joined the Baltimore Greater Maryland team in January, so I'm still kind of new, but so excited to share with you all today. So like Ali said, I'm going to be talking a little bit about the HeartWalk mobile app. So let's talk a little bit about the app. Is available both on iPhone and Android. So if you haven't done so, please take a moment to download that right away. It's packed with features designed to make your fundraising and your walking experience really enjoyable. So you're probably wondering, what can I do with this app? Well, here's some key features. The app allows you to deposit checks right there in the app, the same way that you would with your local bank kind of application, right? So you'll be able to deposit your checks right into the bank. We have some pre-written emails, text messages, or you can even make social media posts on your social media channels, asking for those donations and sharing with folks that you are participating in HeartWalk this year. On the app, we make it easy for you to recruit team members to join your cause. You also have the opportunity to earn badges along the way as you hit those achievements. On the app, there's also ways to track your minutes of activity while staying healthy and climbing those leaderboards during our Move More challenge, but more on that later. Now I want to talk a little bit about Facebook fundraisers. So the way that this works is the funds that you raise on your Facebook fundraiser, they will roll up onto your HeartWalk fundraising total. But you need to make sure that in order for them to register on your HeartWalk total, you'll need to register first as a participant on the HeartWalk website, and through your HeartWalk headquarters is the way that you need to register for the fundraiser. If you go on Facebook and register for the fundraiser first, unfortunately, it's not going to connect with our kind of system. So we want to make sure that when you do launch your Facebook fundraiser, that you do it through the HeartWalk headquarters. Just a note, you can utilize this headquarters from not only the app, but also from the computer. A little bit more about the HeartWalk headquarters. This is your go-to place for important information. With the reporting and the resource hub, you can see who's also registered. You can see who's downloaded the app. You can also see members of your team have launched a Facebook fundraiser and so much more. Get a bird's eye view of your company and your team's fundraising and recruitment goals in the fundraising overview tab. It's all right there, making it easy for you to track your progress and stay on top of your game. And my favorite feature is the easy button. You can schedule messages to be sent out right at the perfect time, ensuring that you'll always be in touch with your team with no hassle. Stay up to date with a wide array of tools, including the A to Z fundraising ideas, virtual fundraising ideas, healthy tips, coach email templates, tips for recruiting walkers, and so much more. The Digital Resource Hub offers more than 40 resources, which is a lot. It's a lot of resources. And these resources are updated regularly to keep you equipped with the latest and greatest information. I want to talk a little bit about the Reward Center as well. This Reward Center is going to live in your HeartWalk headquarters, so right on that computer version. And once you've raised $100 or more, you will start to receive points to redeem for different items. The best part of this is your rewards are shipped directly to your house within a few days so that you can wear your gear. Like Ali said, she said years People have their jackets and all the really cool gear. You can wear it all year long and show people that you've been participating with the American Heart Association in our Heart Walk. A few more things I like to highlight are the coaches planner and the rewards, a little more about the reward center. So the coaches planner is just a really great guide. It's going to give you the keys to your success, and you can get that. I'll make sure that we make sure that you get that from your team lead. Be sure to check that out. That's going to really walk you through step by step on how to have a successful campaign. We're also thrilled to introduce the Coach Reward Store. This feature allows you to earn rewards as your team reaches different fundraising milestones. It's our way of saying thank you for all your hard work. This is how it works. As your team reaches certain fundraising levels, you will qualify to earn different gear. For example, once you raise $1,000, you'll qualify for a hat, $2,500, a really awesome long sleeve t-shirt. And then if you raise that $5,000, you will earn a pullover. If you hit all of those fundraising milestones, you'll get the opportunity to reach and redeem all 3 of those rewards. But remember, the Heart Walk app and the Heart Walk headquarters, as well as the coaches center, are here to help you succeed. I just want you to type in the chat really quickly, which of the tools are you most excited about using? The Coach Planner, awesome. That really walks you through exactly what to do. A lot of people may have some hesitation and don't really know how to reach out to folks, but the Coach Planner just gives you those step-by-step instructions on how to make the most impact in your fundraising. We want to now give you an idea of kind of what that Heart Walk timeline looks like from now until October. So here are some key dates. First, I want to just talk about Lifesaver Day. As Ali shared a bit earlier, on this day, our aim is to have 100% of our walkers recruited and ready to go. It is a perfect way to kick off your fundraising efforts in earnest and unlock that 90-second CPR digital experience. Lifesaver Day, the opportunity to really have some fun. Coaches, this is your chance to rally your team and get everyone pumped. Here are a few ways that you can make the most out of that Lifesaver Day. You can send inspirational messages to your team and keep everyone energized and focused. Create some friendly competition amongst your team, boost engagement with your fundraising efforts. Share valuable tips and strategies to help your team make that final push towards their fundraising goal. And then you can celebrate this amazing effort. Lifesavers Day is a key milestone in your journey. Let's make it count. Next, we have the Move More Challenge. Details about the Move More Challenge are on the Heart Walk app as well as Heart Walk HQ for registered walkers. This challenge will start the final 30 days right before Heart Walk. So our Heart Walk is October 26th, September 26th. We'll start our Move More Challenge month. This is a fun way to engage with your team and colleagues during the month leading up to Heart Walk. Heart Walk Wednesdays are also a great opportunity for coaches to rally their team together and to create some competition. You'll be able to track your steps and your activity through your Heart Walk app. During our week of wellness, that will start on October 21st. We'll be focusing on not just exercising your bodies, but also your minds and your spirits as well. Throughout the week, we will be sharing tips and activities, challenges designed to help you achieve a balanced approach to wellness. So please join us for that week of wellness. Let's make sure that we're in the best shape possible in mind, in body, and in spirit for Heart Walk. And then, of course, before you know it, it'll be time for Walk Day, October 26th. Here's some amazing activities planned for the upcoming Heart Walk event. We truly have something for everyone, from an energetic dog jog to fun-filled kid zones, a peaceful survivors area, the heartfelt memorial tree, the track or treat. There are activities suited for every participant. For those who are ready to walk, our route does circle the horse track at the Maryland State Fairgrounds. Each lap measures about a mile, but feel free to walk as many miles or many laps as you'd like. After the walk, fun continues with the American Heart Association celebration, so stick around for a lively Zumba party. Capture memories with our 360 photo booth. Enjoy more exciting activities. And just to let you know, throughout the summer, please keep your eyes peeled on these fundraising challenges and incentives. It's all part of our effort to make this year's Heart Walk unforgettable. Thank you for being here. Let's make a difference together. Now, I'm going to invite Elizabeth to come back and talk about next steps. Thanks so much.
All right, thanks, Jess. I hope this information was very helpful and inspiring to you all to get your efforts started. So I want to go over this quick start for you all. So number one, register. Most of you all have already signed up as a coach on our Heart Walk website. So thank you. If you have not, if you were kind of testing the waters with our presentation today to see if you wanted to be a coach, go ahead and register to be a coach. And I want to encourage all of you to go ahead and kickstart that fundraising if you haven't already by making any kind of personal gift today to show that you are invested. Secondly, we want you to recruit. So you all just saw how to utilize the Heart Walk app and how helpful that can be. So download that app today. Personalize your personal and team pages with a photo and or a story to demonstrate your why. And we want you to ask 3 people to join your team today to build to that team of 10. Lastly, we want you to rally. Start that Facebook fundraiser. It's very, very simple to set up through the Heart Walk app in the Heart Walk headquarters. So we have one last incentive we'd like to offer to this group. The first person to copy me on an email, recruiting 3 people and asking them to join their team and make a personal donation today will win 2 tickets to a 2024 Navy home football game of their choice. We want to make sure all of you have our contact information, so we'll show that here in just 1 minute. But again, I want to go over that incentive. The first person to copy me on an email to 3 people asking them to join your team and make a personal donation today will win 2 tickets to a 2024 home Navy football game. So go Navy. Type 1 into chat if you're excited and if you think you are going to be the first person to get those outreaches to me. I love a little bit of competition. Okay, don't forget, if you need help with anything, we are here to support you. So here are our email addresses. Allie, Jess, and I are all listed in the bottom right screen of on the bottom right hand side of your screen. You can utilize email templates through your Heart Walk app. Or through your Heart Walk headquarters. So I want to emphasize those templates are already created. They're very, very simple to send out. We are here to help you with registration support, so getting you or any of your walkers registered online, walking through a more in-depth presentation on how to utilize the Heart Walk app and your Heart Walk headquarters. We can support in recruiting fundraising walkers, online coaching for those walkers who join your team so they can have the best possible experience as well, and anything else you want to brainstorm with us to help you have some fun along the way and raise those critical life-saving dollars that impact our mission. As we close today, I want to again thank Coach Harbaugh and the Baltimore Ravens for being champions for the American Heart Association. And I want to remind each of you to remember your why as you go forth and make an impact on our mission. Before we go, we want to end with a mission moment to remind all of us why the work we do is important.
Bailey was an absolute character to be around. Bailey was very sassy, goofy, energetic, always playing sports, watching TV. Giving timely CPR increases that opportunity of recovering. It's a painful journey. So the more people do know CPR, you never know when you will need it. Knowing when to activate what you have learned is definitely crucial, and it's definitely important to saving that one life.
Wow, how brave is Patrice for channeling this incredible, incredible tragedy to create change in our community and so quickly after Bailey's unfortunate passing. This is what our mission is all about. It is about creating that change. And so the dollars that are raised through the Heart Walk go towards creating this change for our community and for our nation. So we want to thank you all for being here today. Go forth and prosper. Email us and get those walkers recruited and those funds raised. And please don't forget, we are here to help you be successful. Thank you for supporting AHA.